Hey everyone, I love the energy here. Thank you very much, Ophir, for inviting me. Hello, Israel Mobile Summit. I came to talk with you about digital applications, Playtika, and artificial intelligence. Before I introduce myself, I want to start with some history. Playtika is an amazing company. We are doing amazing things. We know how to develop games. We know how to develop games. We know how to create amazing user experience. We know how to buy media. We have a lot of experts, experienced experts with a lot of knowledge. But, however, if we want to create a new game or buy a new M&A, if we want to grow, we need to take these experts and put them in the new games. If we want to have a good retention, game economy, game design, so on and so forth. More than that, all the work of our experts, or large portion of the work, is manual, tedious, repetitive. Eventually, it boils down to less optimal processes and less revenue, right? It's a big barrier for growth. And Playtika love growth. So this was some history. Playtika understood that in order to enable the growth we want, we need AI. We need AI power. So we began our journey something like 4.5 years ago. We learned a lot, we did a lot. We did a lot of mistakes. We still do. And I want to talk with you about what we are doing, what we learned. I want to give you a small glance. So, I'm Assaf Asbag. I'm VP AI at Playtika. I'm responsible for all machine learning activities from research, development, operations, maintenance, you name it. Few numbers on Playtika. We have $2.7 billion in revenue in 2021, more than 34 million monthly users, 10.2 million active daily users, 3.7K employees, 14 amazing games. We are a global company. We are located in 13 different locations. We work with 11 platforms. We believe that our players should have infinite ways to play and infinite fun. So, I'm going back to the AI. What we do at Playtika. We decided to develop a digital studio. A digital studio basically is a set of applications, advanced applications, with amazing user experience, aimed to assist the different business functions that eventually operate and manage the game. Retention manager, economy manager, game design, media buying. We want to build an applications, data-driven applications with AI-first philosophy, okay? With great user experience. With these applications, we can automate the tedious things that our experts do. We encapsulate their knowledge with algorithms inside the applications. And we can also optimize a lot of processes and do things much faster. Okay? So I think with AI, you can do a lot of beneficial things to the business. I have only 10 minutes, so I will be able to share only one. But we really do things in all the spectrum of options within game management and operations. So I chose the topic of personalization, and I will give you an example with engagement, okay? First, just to make sure that we are all aligned why personalization is important. Personalization is important because you want your players to have the optimal experience. You just want them to have fun. Now, bear with me for a second, just to be aligned. Imagine that you develop your own game. Okay, it's your own game. You worked on it for years. And the first user is logging in. It's not your mother, it's not your boyfriend, it's a real user. I can guarantee you that you will do everything to make sure that this user is enjoying your application, is enjoying your game. So you will reflect his screen and you will make sure that everything works. No bugs, the configuration of the experience is amazing. And you will make sure that the user has the personal experience he needs. If you have 3 players, you can still reflect 3 screens and give the personalization you want. If you have more users, okay, amazing, your application is starting to be more successful, it's growing, and reflect 20 screens together becomes hard. So maybe you will recruit someone to help you, and then you will reflect 10 screens, the new employee will reflect other 10 screens. I think it will work, you will still be able to give personalization. If you have million users, then it doesn't scale. You can't recruit 100,000 employees just to reflect screens, right? So here AI can help. This is why I wanted to show you why AI is important for personalization. So the topic I chose is re-engagement of users that were absent from the game for 2 and more weeks. Here I want to say that we are very strict with our data, with privacy. Everything we do is aligned with any new regulation, restriction from the privacy legal department. So the challenge I want to share with you, reactivated users, we want to re-engage them. Users that were absent from the game for 2 weeks and more. It can also be a year or 2 years. Users that didn't play our games. The KPI we want to optimize is day 14 after logging in. 14 days after logging in, we want to improve this KPI. The solution. Let's say that you wouldn't use AI. You will need an expert to generate optimal experience. And when a user is logging in, you will try to give this user the optimal experience. So first you need an expert. Second, it will be static. It will be one fits all. One experience that you think, that your experts think that it will be the best optimal experience we can give this user. And then you will measure it 2 weeks afterwards and you will see if it works or not. With AI, you can generate as many experiences as you want. You don't need an expert, just generate. You can even randomize a lot of different experiences. And then you can actually track all the users and verify the effect. I mean, waiting 14 days and check if the user came back or not. Now, to do it with millions of users or hundreds of thousands of users, manually, it's not an option. But with AI, with contextual multi-arm bandit or other advanced AI methods, you can do it. Now, if it works and the user comes back after 14 days, you learn for this type of users to do it more. If it doesn't work, you learn that for this type of user, not to do it anymore, okay? When I'm saying type of users, I'm talking about data, right? Users that data-wise look the same. To be able and to do something like what I just mentioned, you need robust infrastructures, machine learning infrastructures, data infrastructure that will enable online learning mechanism. You need data. Data is not a solved problem. Data is something that we need to make sure that is reliable, that the quality is top-notch if you want to be able to build such a system. And third, thorough analysis and tight collaboration with the business. Thorough analysis because you need to understand everything that your machine does. Okay, eventually you need to gain trust with the business. You're going to get decisions live in the game automatically. You need trust with the business, and in order to gain trust, you need to do thorough analysis and understand everything that goes on in the game. If you will do it, you will be able to achieve 21% lift in 14 days retention of these users versus control, doing nothing. And again, you don't need an expert. It's not static. Same user that will come back in the next time will receive another experience. Okay? And it's 8% lift over an expert. Someone which is in the game industry for years, knows the business amazingly, you will still have lift of 8% with 30% less free coins. Much healthier economy. This is it. I ran out of time. Ophir is already signal here, so I'm sorry. But it was only a glance, and we love speed. Okay, so we move fast. Hope you enjoyed it, and come play with us. Thank you very much.